Hi, we are on to the education series brought to you by the Yaka Initiative. In this video, we are going to be speaking about Neco. First, we'll talk about Neco generally. Secondly, we'll move over to the exam structure. Thirdly, we'll speak about the subject combinations. And finally, we'll talk about how to sit for your Neco examinations. So first off, what is Neco? Neco is the National Examination Council, right? It's a body in Nigeria that conducts examinations. However, some people refer to an exam as Neco, and that exam is the SSC, which is the Senior Secondary Certificate Examination. It is an examination that you take to signify the completion of your um, secondary school education. That's also known as the O-level examination. So for the purpose of this video, we'll be referring to this examination as the NECO SSC. Why? Because NECO is the body and the examination is SSC. So the second thing you need to understand about your NECO SSC, you can say I'm deliberately introducing the word NECO SSC this time, is the exam structure. You have objective and theory generally. And for some certain subjects, you have practical and oral examinations. So this shows the intensity of that examination, showing that you have to prepare for it. Preparation entails a lot of things. Whilst we will not be dwelling on that in this video, we'll be just be highlighting four specific things you need to know about the examination. First is you need to prepare intensely. You need to study. You need to be certain that you know what you need to do according to the NECO syllabus. Get past questions that can help you. Past questions from previous years. Use that to help you prepare for the examination. Thirdly, in the situation where you see, oh, I've tried to do this on my own, it's not working, feel free to go to tutorial centers, have access to resources online that can help you. And then the final thing is to practice in the exam conditions. Ensure that whenever you're making use of your past questions or so, you are working within the specified exam condition. An example is if the exam is to take 2 hours, time yourself with 2 hours and a past question from that period and ensure you can work within that time frame, and that helps you prepare. So now I'll go straight to the third point on NECO, which has to do with the subject combinations. NECO SSC, you are expected to have maths, English, and then a couple of other subjects, up to about 9 subjects. And this depends on what course of study you want to do in the university. From your senior secondary school one, you would have been split into science, arts, and commercial, especially if you're studying in Nigeria. And that already gives you an array of subjects that you are expected to do for your SSC. However, things can happen along the line. You can decide to change your direction. And then there are also some courses that you offer, subjects you offer that you don't exactly need in that line. For instance, as a science student, you are offering economics. It is important for you to offer economics, but that doesn't mean you'll be studying something around economics. These good things help you to be able to make switches when time comes. However, the ultimate way to determine the subject combinations that you'll be doing for SSE, whenever, whether it's NECO or any other SSE, which you get to know when you follow this series, it is for you to look at the JAM brochure. So there is a body called JAM, which we'll talk about in previous videos or you're already aware of, that has a brochure that tells you the subject combinations you need to enter into the tertiary institution. So in the JAM brochure, you'll be able to see the SSC subjects for direct entry and also for UTME. When you look through the JAM brochure and you see the different subjects that you're interested in, say you want to pick chemical engineering, chemistry, or industrial physics and all, you'll be able to see the different subject combinations that you are expected to have. And that would help you to determine what your exact subject combinations for NECO SSC should be. That's the ultimate way to determine, amongst other methods that you might be aware of and we have mentioned. Now, the fourth and final thing I'll be talking about for the NECO SSC is how to sit for it. There are two major ways to sit for the NECO SSC. You can do this as a private candidate and also as a school candidate. As a school candidate, this means that you are in the school structure, you're possibly in your SS3, and then you are planning to enroll for the say in the next year or in that current year. So you'll be enrolling through the school. NECO refers to this as the SSC internal. You'll be enrolling through the school and you will write that examination usually between June and July of that year. However, if you are a private candidate, meaning that you are out of the school structure or you have done the exam before and want to do it again, you'll be enrolling as a private candidate, and NECO refers to this as the SSC external. The SSC external is done by November, December of that year. The beauty about this is you are able to write two examinations within the same year. So if you don't do well in the first one, you have the opportunity to do well in the second one, right? And so that is the opportunity it affords you. In this video, we've been able to explore the NECO SSE. First, we've talked about NECO generally, what it means, and then we've narrowed down to the meaning of NECO SSE. Secondly, we've spoken about the exam structure. Thirdly, we've talked about choosing your subject combination. And finally, we've talked about how to sit for NECO SSE. Please stay tuned for the other videos in our education series to learn more about getting into a tertiary institution.